My mainstream is spearhead the industrial growth and entrepreneurial development of Sarawak. Industrial development, performance of the state's manufacturing sector. Performance in 2007. In 2007, under the Industrial Coordination Act 1975, ICA, Sarawak managed to attract 20 projects worth RM 10.5 billion, which was the third highest investment in Malaysia after Johor and Penang. The RM 10.5 billion investment approved were mainly in the following sectors. 1. Petroleum-related products, M 9.3 billion. 2. Non-metallic mineral products, M 700.7 million. Third, electronics and electrical products, RM 300 million. These projects are expected to create about 750 employment opportunities in the state. For the same year, the State Industrial Coordination Committee, ICC, had also approved 44 projects, totaling RM 260 million, mainly in services, food manufacturing, non-metallic mineral products, basic metal products, transport equipment products, wood and wood-based products. These investments are expected to create about 1,200 employment opportunities in the state. Performance in 2018. As in June 2018, State Industrial Coordination Committee, ICC, had approved 4 ICA projects totaling RM 2.8 billion, mainly on electronic and electrical products, basic metal products, wood and wood-based products, and non-metallic mineral products. This project are expected to create about 320 employment opportunities in the state. For the same period, the state ICC had also approved 8 ICC projects, totaling RM 75.75 million, mainly in services, wood and wood-based products, SDPE products, and furniture, etc. 5 projects worth RM 65 million are still under consideration. These investments are expected to create about 310 employment opportunities. Sarawak Corridor of Renewal. Dato' Amas, today Sarawak has successfully attracted a total investments of RM 33.64 billion, which does not include the proposed RM 17 billion steel project and RM 6 billion methanol project that are still at the evaluation stage. In order to expedite the development of Central Northern region, the government has expanded the area of scope and established 3 agencies under the corner, namely Upper Rajang Development Agency, ODA, which is to oversee the development of Upper Rajang region encompassing Kapit and part of Southern and Dulu. B. Highland Development Agency, to oversee the development of Baram Highland area, including Bario, Mulu, Baklawan, Maligan, and part of Maru district. C. Northern Region Development Agency, to oversee the development of the Northern region encompassing Limbang Division. Consequently, the boundary of scope is now being enlarged from 7.07 million hectares to 10.4 million hectares. We cover new areas in Gili and Imbang Division. Dato' Speaker, I am very perturbed by the comment of Alia Boma Batu, where he seemed to have a strong view against foreign investment in Samalaju Industrial Park. Every country in the world is looking for FDI, and we are no exception. Sarawak is not only competing with other states in Malaysia, but also with neighboring countries. Some countries are even offering better incentive to entice FDI. Bintulu would not have enjoyed this rapid pace of development to be what it is today. It is not for oil and gas industry, which also involve foreign investment. For information of Alayam Bahama for Tanjung Batu, not all investors and in SAP are owned by foreigners. Press Metal Bintulu Sindar Berhad is a Malaysian-owned company, whereas OM Material Sarawak Sindar Berhad, Pertama Ferroalloy Sindar Berhad, and Malaysian Prospect Active Sarawak Sindar Berhad have Sarawak local equity participation. Therefore, it is incorrect to claim that this IP is only for foreign investors. Samalaju Industrial Park is established to attract energy-intensive industries, where the technologies, expertise, and know-how required are new to our country. These industries act as trigger industries that have the potential to create their respective clusters, thereby creating more business opportunities for the local SMEs. I am pleased to inform that the industries operating within the SIP are already engaging the local SMEs for transport and logistics, maintenance, consultancy services, construction work, supply and services. On average, the monthly operating expenditure of the industries in SIP amounts to RM 500 million, thereby benefiting the local economy. Consequently, the development of SIP has contributed to the accelerated growth of real estate in the region. Currently, the industries in SIP employ a total of 6,755 workers, where 3,690 or 54.6% are Sarawakians, 100 or 1.5% are non-Sarawakians, and 2,965 or 43.9% are foreigners. These foreign workers are engaged mainly in jobs where the working conditions are tough and not attractive to the locals. And of course, the state government want more local to be employed. But there are jobs that the local just simply refuse to take. And the state government's target is to achieve 70% local workforce. As Samalaju Township is gradually developing, it will take time for the amenities such as schools, clinics, bomba, and the police station to be in place. Site for these amenities have been identified and awaiting for funding. SCORE initiative has brought about many positive social economic impacts. Apart from attracting huge investment, particularly in Samalaju Industrial Park, SCORE has also opened up the handlings for development. Therefore, it is imperative that the federal government continues to provide sufficient funds for infrastructure development in the SCORE region.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Yeah. We welcome foreign direct investment. That for sure that we all support. But as there is so much now on the so much concern on the oil and gas industry in Penggulungan, especially the LNG plant, that there has been so much outcry of that the Petronas MLNG is getting so much, we are getting so little. And that is because in order to avoid this, because right now we are all fighting for more rights and for more, and that's because in the past maybe we have not been able to emphasize that much. So whether the minister would have measures or how are we going to increase the local content in our industry so that we do not get caught up with this kind of problem that we are facing now in the LNG and oil and gas industry.
Thank you very much. Your comment, I will take note of your comment. Thank you. Yeah, that is also our aspiration to have more local participation. Thank you. Samajaya Hati Park, Dato' Ahmad Speaker, the state government effort to establish Samajaya High-Tech Park in Ucapan has resulted in successful and thriving electronics and electrical cluster in Sarawak, with total investment valued more than RM20 billion. With global demand picking up in the last few years, several multinational corporations have embarked on expansions of their operation to cater for increasing demand, including capacity expansion to expand Sarawak Sdn Bhd through installation of new production equipment worth RM499 million. Lonji Kuching Sdn Bhd is investing an additional RM300 million to expand its solar production line from ingots and wafers to cells and modules. Tayudan Sarawak Sdn Bhd is also investing additional RM493 million in a new facility that will cater to the increasing demand in the global multi-layer ceramic capacitor and LCC market. Toko Electronics Sarawak Sdn Bhd invested RM105 million to upgrade its machinery and equipment, while Elgin Material Malaysia Sdn Bhd from South Korea has started the construction of its production facilities and is expected to complete by the end of 2018. The total investment from Elgin for the productions of copper foil used in smartphones and electric vehicles is estimated at RM2.2 billion. The park has continued to grow and has increased its workforce, generated millions in wages as well as billions in export. For 2017, total wages paid out in Samajaya was RM380 million, while the export stood at RM 3.2 billion. All these have created many spin-offs in the local economy, as well as created more business opportunities for our local SMEs, such as construction, supply of equipment and machinery, transportation, warehousing and logistics, catering, laundry, repairs and maintenance, etc. The Tuama Speaker, for the information of these organizations, I am happy to report that Samajaya has a very high percentage of Sarawakians in its workforce. Currently, Samajaya has a workforce of 10,850, of which 99% are local. I would like to take this opportunity to thank these MNCs for their commitment to recruit and train Sarawakians, and I'm sure they will continue to give priority to Sarawakians in their recruitment exercise, as well as to engage more local SMEs to support the operation in Sarawak. While the government can only facilitate, the SMEs themselves must be proactive to grab the opportunities created by the government and private sector initiative. They must continuously upgrade their capabilities and capacities to remain competitive in this globalized and challenging environment. They have to be creative and innovative by adopting latest technology instead of continuing to rely on the low-cost, low-tax and labor-intensive strategy. Industry 4.0 is the way forward in digitalizing our manufacturing sector. Pembangunan Usahawan. Ketua Mas Speaker, as SMEs are the backbone of our economy, making up 98% of the total establishment in the state as well as in the whole country, the government will continue to give serious attention in the development of SMEs. Kementerian Pembangunan, Perindustrian dan Usahawan sebagai sebuah agensi peneraju pembangunan usahawan dan PKS turut menyelaraskan berbagai program bantuan yang ditawarkan oleh kerajaan dan agensi-agensi berkaitan pembangunan usahawan. Ini termasuklah program pembangunan kapasiti, pembangunan produk serta memperbagaikan rangkaian pasaran. Program-program yang telah dijalankan sehingga Jun 2018 termasuklah 1. Program pembangunan kapasiti. Antara program pembangunan kapasiti yang dilaksanakan adalah seperti kursus teknologi pemprosesan makanan, latihan berpusat, program jawara keusahawanan, dan kemudahan keuangan seperti skim pinjaman industri kecil dan sederhana, SPIK, program graduan ke arah keusahawanan gerak, dan program usahawan technical vocational. Program-program ini akan ditambah baik dari masa ke semasa mengikut keperluan dan kesesuaian. Selain daripada kementerian, agensi lain juga menawarkan pelbagai program dan bantuan kewangan untuk membangunkan kapasiti dan kebolehan seperti STDC, LPIM, MARA, Raju, SME Corp, SME Bank, AIM, Tekun, MITM dan sebagainya. 2. Pembangunan produk. Untuk pembangunan produk, selain daripada menggalak dan menyelaraskan pembangunan produk sedia ada, Kementerian juga memfokuskan kepada 2 produk utama bermula tahun ini, iaitu gula apung dan ikan tahar. Pada masa ini, produk gula apung mendapat permintaan pasaran yang menggalakkan. Namun industri ini masih menggunakan kaedah pengeluaran secara tradisional. Oleh yang demikian, terdapat keperluan untuk menggunakan kaedah dan teknologi moden bagi mengoptimumkan pengeluaran gula apung. Untuk tujuan ini, Kementerian akan bekerjasama dengan sebuah institusi tempatan untuk mengkaji kaedah pengeluaran bagi meningkatkan hasil. Selain itu, industri tahan juga menghadapi masalah bekalan sumber yang terhad dan bermusuh. Perusahaan tahan memerlukan ikan laut jenis tamban yang bekalannya tidak menentu serta bergantung kepada keadaan cuaca dan persekitaran semasa. Kementerian akan bekerjasama dengan agensi yang berkaitan untuk mengkaji serta memastikan sumber ikan tamban ini mencukupi dan berkualitas. Ketiga, promosi dan pemasaran produk. Kementerian juga membantu PKS dari aspek promosi dan pemasaran produk untuk membolehkan lebih banyak PKS luaskan pasaran di peringkat domestik dan antarabangsa. Antara aktiviti promosi dan pemasaran yang telah dianjur dan disertai oleh Kementerian adalah program Brunei Consumer Trade 718, program International Energy Week di BCCK, program Himpunan Usahawan Bumi Putra, program Lapis Tu di Stadium Perpaduan Sarawak, program Minhas, Business Missions di Kalimantan Barat bersama Sarawak Business Federation, Showcase Keusahawanan telah diadakan di Mili, Sebatuk, Meradong, Seputi, Kuching dan Lubuk Antu, dan program Roadshow Keusahawanan pula telah diadakan di Gedung Kapil, Lawas dan Limbang. Program ini telah dimanfaatkan oleh 1,353 orang usahawan. Kementerian akan meneruskan semua program yang tersebut untuk manfaat masyarakat niaga. Keempat, Sarawak Entrepreneur Development Coordination Committee (SADCC). SADCC adalah bertujuan untuk menyelaras semua program, projek dan aktiviti pembangunan keusahawanan yang dirancang oleh agensi-agensi persekutuan dan untuk mengurangkan pertindihan pelaksanaan. Buat masa ini, SADCC dalam proses penyediaan direktori dan portal interaktif pembangunan usahawan negeri Sarawak. Direktori tersebut berfungsi sebagai rujukan program pembangunan kapasiti dan bantuan-bantuan lain yang ditawarkan oleh agensi-agensi kerajaan kepada para usahawan di Sarawak. Selain itu, portal interaktif yang dibangunkan adalah sebagai platform untuk para usahawan memohon bantuan dan mendapat maklumat mengenai program-program yang ditawarkan oleh agensi-agensi yang terlibat. Direktori dan portal tersebut akan memanfaatkan semua usahawan sedia ada atau baru mula startup, khususnya para belia, sesuai seperti cadangan tali yang berhormat bagi tubuh. Selain daripada itu, Kementerian juga memberi khidmat nasihat dan bimbingan kepada semua pihak yang berminat, sama ada penganggur, pasal sekolah atau universiti. Dan wujudnya SADCC adalah diharapkan agar semua agensi pembangunan usahawan di peringkat kerajaan persekutuan dan negeri memberi kerjasama penuh kepada kementerian saya supaya usaha penyelarasan yang padu dapat direalisasikan. 5. Sarawak Product Pavilion Kuala Lumpur. Seperti yang telah dimaklumkan sebelum ini, Sarawak Product Pavilion di Jalan Tunku Abdul Rahman Kuala Lumpur adalah satu inisiatif baru kementerian untuk memperluaskan pasaran bagi produk khusus negeri Sarawak di semenanjung Malaysia dan sebagai gateway ke pasaran global. Premis tersebut telah beroperasi pada awal tahun ini dan pra-perasmian telah diadakan pada 7 Februari 2018. Semenjak beroperasi, usahawan dari Sarawak telah menyambut baik inisiatif kerajaan ini. SPP telah mencatatkan penambahan bilangan usahawan hampir setiap hari. Sebanyak lebih kurang 220 produk telah berada di SPP. Terdiri daripada pelbagai produk seperti produk makanan kering, produk makanan basah atau sejuk baku, produk kesihatan dan kecantikan, produk seni dan craft dan perabot daripada usahawan Sarawak. Development of Industrial Parks and Anjung Usahawan. Dato' Ahmad Speaker, under 11 Malaysia Plan, midterm review, an additional ceiling of RM 114.8 million has been approved for my ministry. These are for 6 new Anjung Usahawan mini industrial park in Lawas, Limbang and Bedok. Increase in ceiling is also for 8 existing projects in Sematan, Bau, Rantau Panjang Sibu, Phase 1 and 2, Marudi, Bay Valley Park, Semelaju SME Clusters and Sibu Industrial Park. The total ceiling approved for my ministry for industrial parks and Anjung Usahawan now stand at RM 361.7 million under the whole of 11 Malaysian Plan for 25 projects. 5 projects have been completed. Bio Valley Park, Samajaya Extension Phase 5, Demak Laut Industrial Park Phase 2B Stage 1, West Road at Demak Laut Industrial Park, Tepedu Industrial Park, while the rest are in various stages of implementation. Then acquisition is ongoing for Bau, Sematan, and Rantau Panjang Phase 2 Sibu, and are expected to be completed by 2019. Physical work for 3 industrial parks, namely Demak Laut Phase 2B Stage 2, Kapit and Marudi, are ongoing and are scheduled to be completed this year. Drilling work for Rantau Panjang Phase 1 Sibu is also expected to be completed by year end. The industrial park for Betong, Demak Laut Phase 2C, Sri Aman and Semelaju SME clusters are in various stages of tendering. The design for Sibu Industrial Park has been completed, pending funding from the federal government for implementation. However, the Sibuyau Mini Industrial Park project is delayed due to land dispute. Dato' Ahmad Speaker, mengenai permohonan untuk pembangunan pusat ITS atau Anjung Usahawan oleh ahli yang hormat bagi Ketin Maru, Lingga dan Sembilan, sukatija saya maklumkan bahawa Kementerian akan mempertimbangkan permohonan tersebut dengan sewajarnya. Ahli-ahli yang berhormat bagi kuasa-kuasa dun berkenaan adalah diharapkan untuk membantu dalam mengenal pasti dapat cadangan yang sesuai bagi tujuan penggunaan pusat yang dimaksud. Dato' Ahmad Speaker, pada tahun 2017, kerajaan melalui Kementerian saya dan agensi-agensi seperti SEDC, MARA, Tekun, AIM, SMA, COP, LKIN, SND Bank, Perindustrian, Matre dan MIDA telah meluluskan peruntukan melebihi RM641 juta untuk pembangunan PKS Sarawak. Sehingga bulan Jun 2018, jumlah peruntukan yang telah diluluskan kepada agensi-agensi yang saya sebutkan tadi adalah sebanyak RM440 juta. Ini membuktikan komitmen kerajaan yang senantiasa memberi keutamaan kepada PKS termasuk usahawan mikro. Oleh itu, usahawan PKS harus lebih proaktif dan berinovasi untuk menyahut cabaran dan memanfaatkan program-program yang telah disediakan oleh kerajaan, khususnya ke arah penerapan ekonomi digital seperti yang diserangkan oleh Yang Maha. SMEs must embrace modern technology to upgrade the quality of their products, increase productivity and efficiency, and go global. Dato' Mas Victor, although the political landscape has changed at the federal level, the state government under the capital leadership of YB Kementerian will continue to serve the rakyat of Sarawak. Gabungan Parti Sarawak (PPS) looks forward to working closely with the federal government to ensure that our development programs and projects, which are to benefit the rakyat, are not interrupted. The state government will carry on with our business-friendly policies and provide conducive environment for the private sector to grow and prosper. We want to see foreign investment continue to flow into and domestic investment continue to flourish. As a responsible government, we would like to ensure that there are jobs for our people, that there are jobs for our school leavers, and there are jobs for our graduates. We want to ensure that there are business opportunities, not only for the big multinational corporations, but also for the small and medium enterprises, including the micro entrepreneurs. Let us all work together for a progressive, prosperous, and harmonious. Dato' Amal Speaker, sebelum mengakhiri ucapan Penggulungan, saya ingin menyampaikan penghargaan kepada Dato' Amal Speaker kerana berjaya mendirikan persidangan dengan tegas dan baik, yang memudahkan urusan kita berjalan dengan lancar. Saya juga ingin mengucapkan terima kasih kepada ahli-ahli atas sokongan serta cadangan yang membina di sepanjang persidangan. Akhir sekali, saya mengambil kesempatan ini untuk mengucapkan selamat menyambut Hari Sarawak pada 22 Julai kepada semua ahli yang berhormat dan seluruh rakyat Sarawak. Daun selasih dimakan kuda, burung kenyalang tepi jendela. Meski parti berbeza-beza, hak bumi kenyalang tetap dibela. Hak Sarawak harus dibela. Tim Abang Jom terus memerintah. Bumi kenyalang, negeri tercinta. Pertahankan hingga ke titisan darah. Sekian, terima kasih.